Boy, now you make me float. Boy, you really give me high. Ooh, I feel like I'm on dope.
Welcome back to another episode of Queen's Opinion Podcast. I am your host, Queen Kira, and today I have a special guest with me, Miss Taylor, baby.
Hey, hi y'all. I'm Taylor. I just wanted to come on here because this woman right here is amazing. Let me just say that. I've only known her for a little bit, and I love her so I'm happy to be here. Thank you for having me. I appreciate it.
Well, I appreciate that.
Of course.
So today we will be discussing how did your parents make you feel growing up?
Jesus Christ.
And this may be a little iffy subject, but we have to speak on it because we never know when it comes to growing up the effect it will have on you from your household and just different stuff that may have transpired with growing up. So what better way to start a show with how your parents made you feel?
Trauma.
That's what you got?
That's what I got.
Okay.
Trauma.
Okay. So with that, how was it growing up for you?
This is a little disclaimer, and I'm gonna give it to you and to the people. I love my parents. I love my mom. I love my dad. I'm just gonna put that out there. This is my truth. I'm here to share it. That is it. But I love my parents, and I just want you to know that.
I get that. Yeah,
you know
of course.
My parents made me feel like I wasn't heard at all.
Okay. Elaborate on that for me.
So I'm just gonna say, the older people, it's more of do as you're told. Don't question it. Don't back talk me. I don't want to hear shit.
It is what it is.
It is what it is.
Yeah.
It is what it is. Don't say shit about it. You're gonna
Yeah.
do what I asked you to do, and that's it.
No, do what I tell you to do. They didn't even
you're
ask.
right, you're right.
Yeah, you
Do what I tell you to do.
Yeah.
It was like I didn't even have a chance to have an emotion. You
Yeah.
know what I'm saying? Because even when the bitch started crying, it was, what the fuck you crying about? I can't even shed a tear. Well, shit. What do you want me to do? You just yelled at me. You know what I'm saying? So it was just like I had no control of my being at all. That's how they made me feel.
Yeah.
Now, my dad worked a lot, all the time. So I'm not going to say he was barely there, but obviously he was the breadwinner. So it was like he wasn't home as often. But my mother, she was always home.
Was she a stay-at-home mom?
She was a stay-at-home mom for a bit. For as far as I can remember when I was growing up, because I have two older brothers.
Okay.
So I don't know what she did prior to me being born, but from what I remember, she was a stay-at-home mom.
Okay.
I just felt like she didn't give me enough time. She was more of, on the phone with girlfriends, just finding things to do other than,
spend time with you.
Spend time with me. And I hate that I'm saying this because I feel bad. I'm not going to lie. I feel a little.
But you love your
guilty.
parents, and we have to really speak on that because you and I both have kids, and that can really be kind of traumatizing. Like mine was the opposite.
Okay.
My mom is deceased, but I grew up in a household with my mom and my stepdad, so I wanted my biological daddy.
Okay.
But my stepdaddy was amazing, hands down. So the time that you say how your dad was always at work, my stepdaddy had me. My mom always worked.
Wow. Okay.
And it's nothing against it, but when you have more attention from one parent, it's kind of like, fuck that other parent. Not saying fuck my mama, because she was there, but she worked. My dad was a retired vet from the Army, so he had nothing but time on his hand to spend with me. I'm the youngest of three. So that baby attention was more like my oldest two sisters are way older than me, so it was like, fuck y'all, because y'all really, I feel like y'all was bullying me anyway.
I feel it.
I got my person, which was my daddy, so I became the daddy's girl.
Right.
Then, of course, still wanting attention from my biological father, and it was like, well, fuck him too, because I got somebody.
Right.
And then when it came to my mama, she was there. I can't take that from her, but she was working. Both of them were the breadwinner, but she was working. So when I would get that piece of attention from her, I really didn't kind of want it.
You didn't care for it.
Because I had my stepdaddy.
Right.
But as I got older, it was different.
But it's hard.
It's definitely hard.
That's
like with your mom, how you say with her. So with her making you feel like that and you felt like you basically couldn't show emotions, how are y'all, or how was y'all's relationship? Were you closer with your dad even though he worked, or how was it?
The thing is, that wasn't even the case, unfortunately. Okay. It was like I had nobody in my corner but my brothers. So those were the only people I could converse with, honestly, because
y'all was dogging y'all parents out, too.
It was what it was. Yeah. Dad is at work, mom doing whatever she want to do.
Yeah.
We here together, y'all all I got. We have each other, so that's what it was. Unfortunately, now as an adult, my dad, we have had heart-to-heart moments lately, like where he's like, I just feel like you don't talk to me. You don't express your feelings to me. And I'm like, sir, I'm sorry. There's no way for me to do that because I'm not trying to shit on you, but you wasn't really there as much. So we didn't have time to build that bond in that relationship.
Does he know that? Did you tell him that?
I did tell him that. And he felt guilty about it because I'm like, there was never, you would come home, okay? Mm-hmm. And basically you would see us when we about to go to bed. Mm. There's no conversations to be had. You're saying goodnight to me. You just walked in.
Yeah.
What are we talking about? So that was my entire life. So now as an adult, he's like, well, I want to build a bond with you. And I feel like you don't talk to me as much. And I'm like, well, I'm sorry. This is what I know. You know what I'm saying? This is all I know.
Yeah.
And so I'm going to feel like I can't be vulnerable with you because I never had those moments. Do you even know my favorite color, my favorite food? Mm-hmm. Do you see what I'm saying? Yeah. Those were never questions asked. You would come home. You didn't ask me how school was. You got your ass in the shower, went to bed, did the same shit over and repeated the days. Like, that's what it was.
Yeah.
And I do feel guilty, and I had to tell him that, but I'm just like, that's why the dynamic is not there, because this is genuinely all I know.
Do you feel like you could, like, change that? Like, do you want that relationship with him as far in your adult life so you can not necessarily forget about it? Because people be so quick to say, that happened in your past or whatever. I'm not saying forget about your past because it needs to be a friendly reminder. But how do we grow with moving forward? Because I didn't really develop my relationship. Even though my mom and I were close, I didn't develop that full relationship like, oh, this is my girl, until I got older because it flipped. My stepdad ended up getting sick.
Okay.
So when his health declined, and of course that brought us even closer. So that just, it changed. And, of course, getting older, becoming an adult and all of that, that made it be a bigger part of changing my life for the better.
Right.
So what I'm asking you, like with your dad, and we'll get on to your mom, but with your dad, by you expressing that to him, was he receptive to that? Was he like, like you stated, he said, damn, I feel bad about it. What can we do now? And are you willing, or were you willing, or are you in the space to be like, you know what, let me try it? And it's okay, speak your truth on it. And it's okay.
I can say all day that I want to have that relationship, but I'm just not a vulnerable person. I'm just not vulnerable. Like, I feel like they made me be this rough, like, don't show your emotions type of person. So it's like now that you want me to have this connection with you, it's very difficult. I'm not going to say I'm not going to do it and we can't get there, but right now Taylor is just I'm just not a vulnerable person. And that's my dad, and I love him to death. Like, if anything happened to him, God forbid, I would be torn, okay? But I don't know. I don't see it. I don't see us getting that strong bond. I have to become more receptive and open. That's what it is.
Okay, so right now you can honestly say you're not open to it.
It's me.
Okay.
It's my fault. And I can be a woman enough to say that.
Yeah.
It's my fault.
So do you want to? Do you feel like you want to?
I do want to.
Okay.
I do want to.
That's a step.
It's a step.
That's a step. That's a step.
Tiptoe.
Yeah.
Give me a little time.
Yeah.
But I do want it.
Okay.
It's going to take some time.
I get it. And there's nothing wrong with that. Now, I said that with the flip of my mom and my dad.
Right.
So now your dad was able to come to you and be like, hey, my bad, I'm sorry.
Yes.
He's still working.
Yes.
So we can't discredit that.
No, we can't.
Okay. What about your mom?
What the fuck? It's crazy. Growing up, Mom was super strict, didn't let me really do shit. She was just like, girl, sit your ass down. I'd be like, Mom, can I go to this party? Girl, no, fuck no. Because you know what? You leave this house and something happened to you, then what? I'm like, girl, that can happen anywhere. She didn't give a fuck, though. She was not letting me do nothing. She didn't let me do shit. So I was really at home doing absolutely nothing, not living a real life other than going to school, coming back home. But when I turned 18, when I graduated high school, we was like this. Me and that motherfucker was like this.
Okay.
It was like she saw me, what it felt like she saw me as an adult.
Okay.
And she was like, you know what, you're 18, and we can have a stronger connection. We can have a stronger bond. We can hang out. We can do this, and that, and the third. Then I got married. I don't know if I ever told you this. I got married at 18.
Okay.
I married
yeah,
Karan.
been there.
Okay.
I've
yeah.
been there.
I married Karan at 18. Then I got pregnant with Brooklyn. And it just seemed like we kind of disconnected from there. My mom wants to have a lot of control over my life.
Okay.
For her to not be able to pull the strings to certain things that I'm doing, I feel like that bothered her, which is why the connection kind of severed from that moment. She's always been controlling in a way. I can tell you right now I have student loan debt because I was going to school to be a nurse, which is not what I wanted to do in the first fucking place.
For her.
But my mama said,
okay,
bitch,
okay,
that's where the money is. So I can truthfully say that she has a lot of say-so over my life, or has had a lot of say-so over my life, and persuaded me to do a lot of things that I didn't want to necessarily do. And that's unfortunately what our lives are today still.
Okay.
She is the type of person to not ask you to do something. She's going to tell you to do it. She does not look at me like an adult. Anymore.
So as long as you were basically not married, everything was fine. And when you entered into your life and your relationship, your family,
come on,
that's when it flipped.
That's when it was like,
yeah, we gonna turn this off. Like, I have no control because, see, now you have a husband and you're up under his covenant and he has his family to take care of. And, of course, you gonna listen to your husband. That's your head now.
Correct.
So, like, okay, back to the growing up with her. It was a control factor. So that's why you couldn't do and go and have and do certain things. Even with, like, family members, too, you couldn't go spend the night, go out and chill.
It was rare. She was more of the type to be like, nah, I had them come over here because I want to see you.
Okay. So she was more of overprotecting, overbearing when it came to stuff.
Right.
And, you know, I can get that to a certain extent because I went through that. Like, I was tomboy, like, everybody came to our house. And it helped me, and it helped me. I mean, I'm going to say this because my mom had a theory of, don't be going to nobody's house no more than they come to yours. If they can't come to your house, you know, you're not going to be going over there like that. And I had mainly, like, my cousins and stuff like that. You know, that was a given. We went to aunt's house, to their grandma's house, and we going to all just kick it anyway. But I was wondering, why I couldn't go nowhere else? Right? Why we I'm having to lie about it, basically. Like, hey, friend, hey, your mama, because of course back then you wasn't going anywhere anyway unless they talk to your folks, to the people, to your friends, folks, and all of that. And of course they had to somewhat be cool with them in order for you to do stuff.
Correct.
So that's when my cousins and stuff, you know, came into play. Hey, now, I want to go. Need you to call her. Yeah. Or vice versa, you know, once you get cool with your friends or whatever people you had met and came in contact with.
Right.
I respect that. But not knowing when I got older I was going to want kids and stuff like that, I got to prepare myself for the okie doke of when my daughter, because I know she's going to try it. I know she is. But I'm saying that to say our parents, I feel, when they did that, for number one, I feel like it was some shit they used to do when they was little. Right. And they was like, no, if I go ahead and be so protective and keep them from going here and doing this, if I could just keep my eyes on them, they not going to do it. Right. That's a lie.
It's a whole lie.
Because
I'm going to find a way.
I'm going to find a way. If I want to do it, I'm going to find a way to either, it's going to start to sneaking out, lying to you, or finding a way to really say fuck you when you tell me I can't. I mean, that's what it is. I wouldn't, of course, dare say that out my mouth. Correct. But yeah, I wanted my teeth, but I gotta try you because you won't let me experience nothing.
I'm gonna feel a little more rebellious.
it's gonna make me want to. And if I now, because I've had some encounters, but I used to wonder, how's this lady, because like I said, my stepdad health started to decline, so he had to be placed in a nursing home, and my mom had to do what she had to do. But what I used to think was, how do you know? Like, how do you know what we're doing?
Right.
So I had to try different little avenues of making it happen if I could. And that's what I did with certain stuff.
Yeah.
But I do take heed of that. When you get older, you would think, like I said, our relationship was great once I came into myself, got older. She's always been my girl, but like I stated, I had my stepdaddy. So when we did develop our thing, it was like, okay, until when you became that teenager, they started looking at you a little different because I really feel like it was shit that they did.
Right.
And they was like, I'm going to go ahead and keep you from this because I don't want you XYZ, not knowing we're going to have to.
Because now I'm curious. What the fuck is
we're going to have to.
What's
and
out
why
there?
are you trying to stop me from doing this so much?
Yeah.
What you did?
What did you do?
Can't question you. So that goes back to the not having the feeling. And when you say that they didn't make you feel like you had feelings, what would you do with that? Like, would you just be like, fuck that, I ain't finna cry?
Oh, no,
I'm
I
not
definitely did cry, but y'all bitches not finna see it.
Oh, wow.
For sure. Y'all making me mad, but I'm not going to show you that I'm upset. I'm going to go in my room, and I'm going to bawl my eyes out, punch a few pillows and shit, get the anger out, but I'm not going to let you see me sweat.
So did they ever even be like, well, Taylor, what's wrong? Or mom and dad is sorry if they don't look.
Ooh. Wow, good word. Sorry. Never heard that one. Never heard that. That's very tough. Okay, yes, that's tough. With my dad, I can say that he has apologized to me a few times. If he might have whooped me and it hurt his heart.
Of course, I think that's men with their daughters. They don't like
come back, open the door, and be like, "I'm so sorry."
Yeah,
yeah.
That's men with their daughters.
But my mother,
you got your ass whooped, and that was just it.
And that was it. She opened my door. You hungry? That was
I'm sorry.
Yeah. I never heard, I'm sorry for what I did. I'm sorry if I hurt you. I'm sorry for this. That never happened.
Was it moments where you knew they were wrong? Because it seemed like it's more of your mom than your dad. Because your daddy, he's you know
reasonable.
What? I got to let it be known that I was wrong in this and I need to apologize or try to make it better.
Right.
So we gon' go and take your dad out.
He
get a pass.
He is a reasonable person.
Yeah,
I will give
he
him
gets
that.
the pass. Go into your mama. Because somebody needs to hear that. Somebody need to hear that. So go ahead and just speak on it. I mean, look, you grown now. What's she gonna do?
Be my ass.
Okay.
She is a prideful woman.
Okay.
She's not gonna give you too much. If she knows she dead ass wrong, you probably gonna have to pull that out of her. But since I'm her child, she feel like she don't owe me shit. She feel
Does
like
she do
don't
your
owe
brothers
me.
like that?
For sure. She's not saying sorry. What the fuck she sorry about?
Oh, wow.
Yeah, she's not apologizing. That's just not in her nature to do so. I remember when I brought this up to her 2 years ago when I said, you know what, you've never apologized for doing anything wrong, and I have a problem with that. I feel like there's no accountability. And she basically told me, my parents never apologized to me, so that's where I get it from. And we going to chalk it up to that. So we just not going to.
That's why you probably feel like that with your dad, as far as it's gonna take a minute. But see, she's saying you don't get that minute. I didn't get it when I was little for whatever reason.
Right.
So don't expect
so
that
sorry,
out of me.
basically, because that's it. And I will say that has trickled into my marriage where I have been dead ass wrong in situations to my husband, and I'm not saying fucking sorry.
Are you working on that?
Oh, I'm working on it for sure because I'm better. I'm a lot better, but I have noticed that I was once like that.
It'll have you like that.
Why am I doing this? Because I know I'm wrong, but something in me is telling me not to say sorry for whatever reason. And I had to think back, your mom was the main person doing shit to you and not apologizing for it, and now you've brought that over into your relationship. It's not okay, and that's going to push this person away. So I had to learn to be apologetic and be like, you know what, babe, I'm sorry that I did this.
And that's even with, and that's good. I'm proud of you for that. But that's even with having kids. You have a daughter. You know what I mean? So with me, with mine, if I've done something or have wronged her or that it didn't have to end like that, I like for my baby to have a voice. I'm not going to be honest. Now, if you need your ass whooped, that's fine. We'll do that too because that's important.
Right.
I could be doing more of that, but I'm working on it.
No,
but expressing herself, I want her to be able to do that because I want it to come a time, because it's going to, with the both of us, me and her dad. I want her to be able to talk to us. She's probably not going to tell us everything. That's a given because we went through that. But I want her to be able to be like, look, this is how I'm feeling. This what's going on with me. I don't want her just because they going to talk. They develop their friends because when you don't have an outlet in your household, that's the next person. Your friends or your family, you know, everybody got their close cousin or close friend. Right. You go to it. And it's not on anybody thinking I'm a bad parent. I don't give a fuck because I know I'm not. Period. But it's more of, I want you to have that because certain things when I was growing up, I was like, so she just going to tell me no. I don't have no reason behind the no. Like you said, it was whatever the fuck I say goes and that's it. And that's fine. Mm-hmm. But especially nowadays.
You ever heard because I said so?
Yeah. I used to hate that.
What am I supposed to do? I used to hate that.
And I find myself doing that too because my daughter's going to ask. Mm-hmm. She want to know why. I'll still do it. You might have to knock me between the wash and dryer, but I still want to know. Right. Certain things, yes, I'll let you know why. I will. I'll redirect you another way, but I'm still standing on that. But yeah, I used to hate that because I said so or no. It's just like, okay, but
give me something.
Give me something. Because I don't want that to take a chance on me taking this out on somebody else. And like you stated, it came into your marriage. Exactly. And especially when you are in a relationship or in a marriage, you don't be wanting to bring that. And when you realize it, it's like, whoa, hold on.
Yes, when you got these bad traits coming in,
that's sending a domino effect. Like, I don't want that. Or it's triggering certain things to make me come out of character or not be the person that I said I didn't want to be from what I was brought up around. Correct. And we have to be more like aware when it comes to how we make people feel. That's anybody. Your children, your spouse, even yourself. Mm-hmm. You have to take accountability for those things when you put people in certain situations. And I hate that happened because it turns left. Because like I stated, we have kids. Mm-hmm. If every time my daughter felt the way or said something, I'm pretty sure after she get fussed at or whooped, I know she go in there and probably talk a little shit. I know she do. I know she do. Bitch. But exactly. I hate it here. But at the end of the day, I do have your best interest at heart, and I want you to know that. Even though you want punishment, you don't have any of your things, all your stuff is taken away from you, your ass hurt from this whooping. Right. I still love you, though. Right. Or if I'm wrong about something, I try my best as soon as I know that that has transpired, let me apologize. I'm not too big to do that because I wanted that sometimes. Yes. I wanted that. Not just because you my mom and my daddy and it's okay. No, let me hear I'm sorry. Yeah, because the same way of the whole... because I said so, let me hear you say I apologize. Yeah. You don't know what that may do later, and it's wrong. It's wrong. It's wrong. And it's okay to be wrong. Just admit that you are.
Admit that you are, because now I'm growing up, and I can't even admit that I am. You need to admit that you're wrong. You need to apologize to your children. That's bottom line.
I agree to that.
If you do something wrong, apologize.
Absolutely. And because you don't want to hold on to that. No. And that's even like, where do you see yourself? So does it happen with your marriage too? Has your husband had to be like, listen, you don't run this household and you no longer a part of running my wife either? Oh, yeah. He's had to put his foot down. Lord.
We didn't have many altercations, unfortunately. Okay. I don't like to speak on that. But unfortunately, we've had many altercations where it was like, Taylor is not your doormat. You are not going to walk all over her. She's going to speak her mind. She is a human being. She is not your slave. You do not own her. She is your daughter.
So that triggered that. So she made you feel like, even though I have my husband or I'm grown, is it more of the because you my mama? I feel that you feel that guilt of because you my mama. Let me listen to you still.
Facts. Okay. I'm not going to lie. Though I'm 25 years old, I still have this little bit of fear in my heart from this woman. I do. I still feel a little like, oh, shit, because I don't want to upset her in any way. But I'm still in this phase where I'm like, I need to stand my ground, because if I don't, she's going to continue to treat me like this.
Absolutely. And it's okay. I had to learn this too, just in general, because I have a few friends that have gone through certain similar things. It's okay to say, forget them for a while if you need to. Okay. If you need to. And it's not that you don't love them. It's not that they're still not your parents. But anybody that feel like they can treat you any kind of way, because we are what we allow. I don't give a damn who it's from.
Right.
If you continue to allow her to do that, she's going to continue to do that. And, you know, people be quick to, we going to go to the Bible a little bit. People be quick to be like, you know, honor your mother and thy father, which your days may be long. Mm-hmm. The Bible also say, parents, do not provoke your children. They're quick to throw that one.
Wow.
But it's still a comeback with it, because I'm human too. Mm-hmm. And just because your mom didn't tell you I was sorry or didn't give you that foundation, what happened to the whole, I'm going to break the generational curses?
Right.
Or trying to do something different. Because what I don't want is, as I'm getting older or feeling a certain type of way from you as my mama or my dad, I don't want to trigger that with my family.
At all.
You bring that into your household with your significant other, he gonna be like, wait a minute, what I signed up for? You can have it. Right. We're unbalanced now, because you are allowing, and when someone loves you too, they don't like to see nobody mistreat you and mishandle you. Besides them cussing you out for letting them do it, they gonna be on guard when it comes to that person that feel like, whether it's your mama, your daddy, sister, brother, whomever.
Right.
That's the love that they have for you. So I think we be guilty because those are my parents.
Right.
It's a lot of people that
feel like that.
Yeah, and I get it. I'm not taking away, but you got to stand up for yourself, because had it been somebody in the street, you weren't gonna allow them to handle you like that.
Because I want to mollywop them hoes. But since
exactly,
it's my mom, I can't mollywop.
Can't mollywop, but you can damn sure take some time out from her.
That's true.
Because at some point in time, she's gonna have to come to of, I can't do my daughter like that.
This is the thing.
Go ahead.
You said take time from her.
Mm-hmm.
I'm going to just let it be known. My mom, I watched her hold a mean grudge. I can't say that she wouldn't do the same for me. If I was just like, you know what, I'm going to just need some time from you, I can't say that she's not going to just be like, fuck you, bitch, I hate you. I'm just being honest.
And you know what? I get that. That's a chance you got to take.
Bitch, fuck.
That's a chance you have to take. Because if you're already in the state mind of, I'm not vulnerable, not saying that you won't become that way, because you have a kid. Mm-hmm. Your kid is, they make you do that. You can be the hardest person ever. When you have kids, and they can just be yours, you can still say fuck people. Your kids do something to you, especially, I feel like, that's another you. Like, you're seeing you and another person that you're raising. So we're going to set that to the side. In order for you to move forward and trying to embrace different things with your daughter and moving forward with your family, Mom, if you say fuck me, okay. They still have to get older.
Correct.
It still comes a point in time when it's our turn to take care of them. And I'm not saying that like, okay, you gonna need me, but you will. When we have and bear children, it's a need and a want. For one, they don't have to be here. You have a decision that you choose to make.
Right.
When you choose life for your kids, that's just what it is. And if you feel like you can't respect me, anybody gonna stand on their respect who wants it. Mm-hmm. If you can't do that, there's just a chance I have to take, and you'll be surprised. Her probably holding that grudge. You can hold it, because I still got my family I still have to take care of. I have to make sure that I'm taken care of. I have to make sure my mind is straight. My peace and my happiness is everything. My sanity holds weight as well. Mm-hmm. And I still got somebody calling me mama. So since I can't call you mama right now because you in your moment or how you're feeling, for something you did to me,
right,
I'm going to let you have that, because I still got to continue to maneuver. My husband still going to be wanting things, and my baby still going to be wanting things. And I've developed my family. I'll pray for you, and I'll keep it moving. But that's something you'll have to tap into. I'm not saying, girl, fuck your mama. No, I wouldn't say that. But if it's going to bring you happiness, because you heard of the saying, like, I can love you, but love you from a distance.
Right. Yep, I heard that.
Distance. But it's up to you. That's, you're speaking your truth on what has transpired. You still got your daddy. He might not be like your mom, of course, but you're still part of him is also.
That's true.
Are they still together?
Yes. Yep.
Yeah, that'll fuck with her.
It will fuck
Me
with
and
her.
Taylor finna go such and such.
That will
Oh,
fuck
she
with
ain't talking to me, fuck her. Oh, okay. But here come the trips and stuff, or you're developing that now, that
Well, she
vulnerability
didn't say
for
fuck
your,
me,
yeah.
so- right.
You develop that vulnerability for your dad now. You're giving him his moment to make it right with you. That's gonna fuck with her. You came from her.
That's true.
You don't want them grudges. She don't want them. She don't want that smoke.
She don't want. The
She
smoke.
don't. She don't want that smoke.
But she will all day. That
Of
pride gonna
course,
get to her.
that's fine. But at some point in time, we have to put our pride aside. What's more important? God forbid she close her eyes or you close yours. What's more important? I was holding on to that because Taylor said she needed a moment for how I made her feel. And as her parent, I got to allow her to have those feelings. I didn't say she had to just keep them against me.
Right.
But when somebody tell you how they're feeling and you try to make the adjustments and the arrangements to change it, that's enough by itself because we can take steps. If you're not willing to do that, now I got to try something else.
Right.
And there's nothing wrong with trying something else when it's going to work out for you in the end, because
That's true.
the burden that you carry with how she had you feeling, that'll be another burden added about how the fuck she feel because something she did. That's extra stuff added to you. Who wants that when you already having to fight different things on a regular basis? Some people just fight waking up in the morning. You know what I mean? So
feel you on that.
taking that chance on, okay, Ma, you saying that, okay, I still love you. And even with that, I would fuck with her till I couldn't anymore. And what I mean by that, live my life.
Yeah. Yeah.
Send that text every blue moon, just checking on you. And when she hits you back with the, well, you know how you did or what, okay, I ain't even got to respond to that because this the bill I pay now.
Right.
You know what I
Right,
mean?
right.
And then we have to be mindful too. Sometimes situations will come about to where that person will need you that's making you feel the way that you feel. You got to be mindful of that. So I'm not saying, again, forget your mama. You just just be more aware of and allow yourself to live your life, because it seemed like she may have some kind of hold on you. And it's your mama.
She does.
I get that.
It's on my husband.
Yeah, but that whole, y'all probably won't be able to go as far as y'all can with stuff, because as a husband, I'm not one, of course, but
Right.
as the male in someone's life or relationship, men are our protectors. So if something is coming in, just because she hadn't physically hit you,
Right.
it's a mental thing too. You fucking with my mental. That's just as bad. He's having to find words, I'm pretty sure, or make you feel a certain type of way, when really I'm pretty sure he like, man, fuck my mother-in-law.
Yeah.
You don't know what conversation he may have to have with himself or prepare himself with dealing with the fact that my wife is uncomfortable. She's not feeling the way, or this is preventing us from doing this, or her opening up to me more.
He hates it. He hates it.
That's not fair to him either, because they so quick to go back to the Bible. The Bible says once you marry,
Right.
you leave your family where they at anyway.
Right.
And y'all join and do what y'all have to do for a family, and y'all united front. She righteously, your mama nor your dad, they don't no longer count once you said I do.
Right.
So you don't owe them anything, but having and giving them a little grace, I get that. But it comes a point in time when you just have to do what's going to be best for you, and don't try not to allow anybody to consume you and make you feel a way for doing what's best for you.
I just think it's that fear. It's just that fear I got.
Yeah.
And I know I shouldn't let it scare me, but it's just the fear of her just being like, you know what, I'm done.
How
And
was
it's
she with
like,
your daughter?
She loved Brooklyn to death. Okay, do you hear
There
what
you
I'm
go.
saying? But here's the controlling aspect again.
Okay.
With Brooklyn, she's going to try to tell me how to parent. Get your ass from me, please.
Yeah.
Respectfully.
Yeah.
Respectfully. Brooklyn need to go ahead and do this. Taylor, you need to go. I got it. She can't even help herself. It just comes out naturally as soon as she sees us. Oh, you need to. And I try not to get upset with her, but it's like, you are so controlled, you can't even help it.
Tell her. Every time she does it, that's the start of your process and your healing, because Brooklyn is your child.
Correct.
So that's the end of that. I'll take certain things that people say into consideration. But at the end of the day, when it comes to Kalia, besides her dad, that's the only person. That's it. we have to stick together when it comes to things pertaining to our daughter. We might not always agree with certain things. It's a given, and I'm guilty of that because I'm the nice one. I like to, well, again, we just such it. And if he be like,
Right.
no, this what I have to be like, okay.
Okay, right.
You know, I just have to. But when it comes to that, that's the only part. Your husband, that's it.
Yeah, that's it.
And you have to put a stop to it when it comes to that. So that's something that you do. Write that shit down. How I'm finna handle my mama from now on. I'm serious. And try your best to work on that. That's just a suggestion. You don't have to.
It's a good suggestion.
But
I actually think I might. Do
how? Because if I keep allowing you, she might as well have your life. And then sometimes with our parents, the things they didn't get a chance to do, or how their parents, like you stated, she said she didn't get that. This how I'm going to treat my daughter. Sometimes she don't even know. And then when she does find out, it's like, oh, I got to control of this situation.
Yeah.
Because somebody didn't get a chance to do this with me.
Right, right.
So this is all I know. It still don't make that shit right.
It don't. It don't.
And then you got to be held accountable for it because you allowing it to happen. That's not fair to you if you don't want it to be.
It's not. I don't want it.
Yeah.
I don't want her to have the control, but it's like, what am I doing? Like, why do I continuously allow her to basically disrespect me? Like, why the fuck can't I just stand up for myself? That's what I feel like. What is holding me back?
So what does she do that make you be like, I ain't gonna even say nothing to her. I'm gonna just be mad about it. Like, give an example if you can.
There was a time, this was 2 or 3 years ago, I was at her house and we was arguing. I can't remember what it was about.
Mm-hmm.
But she got me real heated. She was saying little things, taking little shots at my husband. And one thing I don't play about him. I don't play about him. I don't play about him. Please don't fucking do that.
I got you.
She said something about Quran. I lost it. I said a few things. And then I went downstairs. I was like, I can't do this anymore. I'm going downstairs because I was about to prepare to leave.
Okay.
She follows me downstairs, runs behind me. And then when I turn around, I'm like, why are you following me? She said, what's up? You look like you want to fight. You want to hit me? Try it. You want to hit me? You want to do that? And so it's like, you are provoking me as if I'm some random bitch on the street.
Mm-hmm.
And that's why I just feel like I can't, even me speaking my mind or trying to hold my ground, even when you're disrespecting me and my husband, I can't even do that because now you want to whip my ass about it. You disrespected me, but it's like, I dare you to come out of character, Taylor, because, bitch, I'm going to fuck you up.
Because I'm still your mama.
What the fuck is happening?
Yeah.
Now, if I said something about my dad to her, she going to knock me upside my head. But you expect to say anything you want with no repercussions. Mm-hmm. And I'm supposed to shut the fuck up about it. That's difficult.
But you have a choice. Since you done caused this scene with me, and I know I can pack up my bag and go back to my address, that's why I resign.
Yeah.
That's why I resign. When it comes to my daughter, when you want her, if we are available and I want her to be around you, that's when you will see her.
Right.
Because now, and even if you weren't married and you're on your own and doing whatever you have to do for however, you make your own decisions.
Correct.
Because now that I'm grown, that's what anybody, you can't talk that shit to me like that.
Yeah.
Especially when I'm in my own space. And I get it. You know how some people be like, well, you may need me, and even if I do,
Yeah.
and you choose to do something for me, you still not finna be able to talk that shit to me because you still chose to do it. I'm just not finna allow you to handle me like that.
Yeah.
There are ways of not allowing a person to basically have you fucked up. And there is a saying, I will show you better than I can tell you.
Okay.
And that's just that. And you stand on it the best you can. And again, I'm not disrespecting your mama. I'm trying my best not to. That's not my intent.
No, I know.
But that's with anybody. You stand your grounds. Mm-hmm. And even when people be like, that's your mama, how you let somebody, or how you let I'm still human.
Correct.
And I still have feelings. And I still want to be able to express my feelings. And when you come to a point to being able to express your feelings, what you look like allowing somebody to stop you from doing that? Like, that means that you're not supposed to be a part of what I have going on. If I can express or tell you how I feel.
Right. If
I had a disagreement with you right now, and I express that to you, and it's like, well, Kira, fuck you. Well, bitch, fuck you. I guess we weren't friends to begin with. Correct. Or whatever we had. You got to be able to do that, even if we agree to disagree with whatever we've decided to talk about. Correct. Or the situation at hand. I'm not going to let you handle me, though. Now, don't get me wrong. There was a point in time in my life where I was just like, I'm just nice to everybody, and, you know, I'm going to let everybody basically walk all over me. Yep. I'm going to give everybody everything, and it's going to be like that. Mm-hmm. It took somebody coming into my life or showing me a different way of, no, you don't let nobody handle you like that. You got to be able to be in control of yourself when it comes to your life. Because that goes back to you are what you allow. I don't give a fuck who you are. You just not finna handle me. Yeah. That's just what it is, and I stand on that. I try to. Some people make you feel bad about it, like you say in your instance, it's your mom. Yeah. And that's even with the flip of it. With my biological dad. Like I said, my stepdad, he raised me and did a damn good job since I was 3. Now I'm at this point now with my biological dad. We've started to develop something. Okay. And it's going how it needs to go for whatever. Right. I don't take that from him. But I'd be damned if he think now that I'm 36, you can come in and be like XYZ. Sir, it's a heavy no for me. Yeah. Yeah. Let me love you where you are now. Well, I can do that because the same way I was able to cut you on, I can cut your ass right on back off. Hello. With no hesitation. Hello. That's true. You just got to learn to love people where they are. And people got to be able to meet you where you are. And if you can't give me that halfway, what? You hear how quiet it just got? Yeah. What do we have?
I think I'm not going to lie. When I've tried to have these conversations with her about her being controlling and not letting me show emotions, things of that sort, she would basically be, first of all, shocked. Completely shocked. Like, what the fuck? What life was you living? I gave you everything you needed. She, the way of her showing love, she would always be up for bat for me. So basically, if I had a situation, whether it was at school, a teacher was fucking with me, a student was fucking with me, my mama was coming up to that motherfucker. Who the fuck do you think you are? That was her. Loud, and she was out there. Yeah. Because I'm going to fuck you up. She had my back. Yeah. For sure. And she's going to tell you that. She'd be the first person to be like, bitch, you can't fuck with my kids. Period. Yeah. That's what it is. But I didn't necessarily need that.
I needed more.
I needed more in a different way. Because she would tell me all day, I had your back. I looked out for you. I love you. How dare you?
So she didn't think the emotional part was basically needed.
She didn't really. Yeah. She don't see that. She don't see that. She looks at it like, I had your back. I went up to bat for you. Anybody tried to fuck with you, I had you. And I agree with her. She had me. But we didn't have the emotional aspect. So really, none of that even matters.
And it's important.
It's so
if
important.
I can't be like affectionate and vulnerable with you, especially your mama, it's like, hey, you the first.
You the first.
You're the first.
I can't even hug this woman without feeling uncomfortable.
Yeah, you're the first. What is this? Like, you're the first. If I can't have that vulnerability with you, nobody else in the street is going to be able to get close to me because you set the tone for my life for real. And you basically saying just because you're able to fight for me, I get that. But that's what you're supposed to do. You're my parent. Hello. You're the protector. That's what you're supposed to do. It's other shit added. That's just like when you go into becoming a woman, getting into a relationship, what to do in that relationship from a woman's standpoint. If I didn't get that from you, every time I get into it with my dude, it's going to be, well, shit, nigga, fuck you. Like, I don't need you. I'm not finna cry. Now, what is that? You gone? Exactly. I'll holler at you, and I don't care either. Yeah. You don't have that. You don't have that desire to want somebody to come in because of that. Yeah. Yep. Now we got to take the step of, oh, that's not right. Yeah, let me try something else. I gotta build it. I gotta break those barriers and make it better, or make it to where, hey,
when you realize that,
yes,
you like, oh fuck,
yeah.
Let me try something.
Let me check myself. let me see what I did. I get that. Yeah. I get that. But seeing that she feels like that never happened and I can't believe you, again, just my opinion, you got to love her where she at. And just continue, if you do, continue to pray. Hey, I pray for you on a regular. Listen. But I also have to pray for myself to where I'm not allowing you to do that.
Mm-hmm.
And when it comes to my household and my family, I definitely can't let you step on that. I can't, and I'm not going to.
Yeah.
That's just what it is. So, like, you said growing up, okay, no emotions. I can't come to you and be vulnerable. What did that do to you currently here now? Did it cause you to did it cause depression, anxiety? If you don't mind sharing.
That's fine.
Does it
That's
have
fine.
did it have you iffy with your husband or even with your daughter? What have you seen and noticed when it came to that?
So first and foremost, there's clear animosity.
Okay.
That I feel. I feel resentment with my mom, and I don't like that feeling because now, because of this built up anger that I feel towards her, everything she does pisses me off.
Okay.
And that
I get
shouldn't
that.
be. I
Yeah.
shouldn't feel that way.
Yeah.
Because the moment you open your mouth and be like, "Oh, Taylor, go ahead," and I'm looking at you like,
Don't tell me shit.
no, don't tell me nothing. And I hate that I feel that way because I know it's just built up anger that I haven't released. That's just what it is. Just last year, I had a moment where I literally was in my car and I was like, I'm gonna crash my car into a tree.
Oh, wow.
I was like, I want to do this. I want to do this. But in the back of my mind, you can't do that, girl. Brooklyn was the first
Of course.
thing on my mind. So I was like, you can't do that. But it genuinely hurt me because it's like, I can't be that selfish, but I want to be selfish so bad. I want to be selfish so bad in this moment because I don't want to be here. I feel like, what am I doing? I wake up every day and I'm sad. I would literally, my husband would go to work. I would call him and he'd be like, how you feeling today? And I'm like, I feel sad and I can't pinpoint it. Mm-hmm. And that was the first sign of him being like, you're going to have to
Go see somebody.
You're going to have to go see somebody.
Yeah.
And I got evaluated. And they told me I had severe depression, which I was shocked about. Because I'm always the life of the party.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? I'm a fun person out here. Hey, get it, bitch, what?
Yeah.
So when somebody's sitting here telling me, oh, you have severe depression.
What
I'm
is
like,
that?
Who? Bitch, you're lying to me.
Yeah.
Get out of my business.
Yeah.
So it was very confusing, but I knew it was deep rooted, and I knew there was something wrong because there's no reason I'm waking up and I'm just like, I hate it here. I hate it here. Now, when I got diagnosed, my husband, Karan, only person that knew.
Okay.
Only person that knew. And
Okay.
I was going to keep it there. That's
Okay.
it. Couple months ago, actually, me and my parents were talking, and it was another heated discussion where I was trying to explain myself and how I was feeling, and he was there with me, and I was getting so emotional, and typically when I get mad, I start crying because I don't know, I just get real mad, the tears start flowing. So my mom was like, you just need to get it out. What is it? Just say what you need to say. Say what you need to say. And he just like cut me off completely. He was like, why are you sitting here talking shit? Your daughter wanted to kill herself.
So this was the first time they even heard about it.
Yeah.
And this was just last year that you
This
wanted
was
to do this.
Few months, this was just last year that I wanted to do it, but this was a few months ago that they found out that I have been diagnosed with depression and have been suicidal. So they had just found that out. He just dropped the bomb. I'm looking at that nigga like, how dare you?
He fed up.
He's fed up.
Yeah.
And he could see that I was hurt, and he knew I was never going to say shit because you wasn't about to squeeze that out of me.
Yeah.
You're just
Just
not,
so you
because
can add something else to
that's
hold
what I'm
on to
saying.
me.
And I'm not doing that because, like I told you, I'm not vulnerable with them. Karan has seen me cry all day and night. My mom always goes to him and be like, does Taylor ever show emotion? Like, does she be crying? He be like, yeah. She be like, what the hell? That's not like her. That's not Taylor. But it is Taylor. You just don't know that side.
Yeah.
You just don't know that side. So when he dropped that bomb, they looked at me like, oh, my God. And then my mom had the nerve to be like, you know what? I kind of felt that was the case.
Huh?
You kind of felt like that was the case. You kind of knew that I was depressed but didn't say nothing. Yeah. My brother also has depression, and he has been suicidal for years now. The treatment that I saw that he received, which is why this is kind of why I didn't want to say shit.
Okay.
He has struggled with his wife by himself, and it kind of felt like him having these suicidal thoughts and all of this was a burden to my mother, because there was one time where we thought, oh, it's about to happen. He's done.
Yeah.
She went to his house And she was almost aggravated about the fact that she had to go check up on him. Right. So from me being the outsider looking into that, I'm like, I will never tell her this is what I'm facing today, because what you're not going to do is just be like, oh, my God, another one. You know what I'm saying? I don't want to be a burden.
Yeah. Or feel like one at that.
One.
Yeah.
So even with my husband dropping this bomb on my parents, nothing has changed. I will be honest.
Well, what about your dad?
Love him to death.
How was his reaction?
He was disappointed because he felt like, why haven't you said anything? Why? Please talk to me. Like he's been saying, please talk to me. Come to me. He was very disappointed because he felt like, at least that, tell me that. If you're not going to tell me nothing else, tell me that.
Yeah, I'm trying to build something. So
Right.
I thought that, but
Right.
they don't realize that I grew up into this.
Mm-hmm.
And you didn't give me that outlet to have that feeling to you, to tell you.
Correct.
Daddy, I get you.
I get
and
it.
I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
I'm trying.
Mm-hmm.
But mama, what's up with you? Like,
And my mom is the type of person to be like, we all depressed. She one of them.
so fuck how you feel again.
Yeah, we all depressed. We all going through something, which is true. Everybody has
Of course.
something in their lives that they have to deal with. That is factual.
Of course.
But to me, being her child, I'm thinking, well, damn, motherfucker, do you not care?
Like,
Give me
what
something.
are you going to give me? God forbid that. Praying for that it doesn't, but
Right.
what is your reaction? Because I'm already seeing how you saying basically, your brother having a moment again. So that's something probably normal with him to where it's like, oh, he's having a moment. We're not really paying any attention. But do you know how many people that actually end up doing the shit?
Doing it. Then what are you feeling in that moment?
What?
Because that's something you live with.
For the rest of your life. And then how are you living with that? Because I know a couple of people that have taken themselves out. Hell, I've attempted it, but to have that, Taylor, I'm sorry.
Yeah. It's a lot.
So are you in therapy for it? Are you taking anything? How does that?
I do take antidepressants.
Okay.
I'm supposed to take it every day. I'm not gonna lie. Sometimes I miss it. Sometimes I get into bed and I don't feel like it.
Yeah.
My alarm go off to take the pill. I'm in the bed now. It's too late. But I will say it in the beginning of me taking them, it scared the shit out of me.
Wow.
Let me tell you something that they don't tell you.
Okay.
I started taking the antidepressants and I felt nothing. I was numb.
Like
It wasn't Taylor was sad anymore. Taylor don't feel shit. So I was watching. This is how I tested it too.
Okay.
I decided to put on something that was sad, a tearjerker, a movie to watch. I could not fucking cry. So when I tell you it scared the fuck out of me, because it was like, it's either I'm gonna be depressed and sad or I'm not gonna feel shit.
Yeah.
And that's scary.
Yeah.
Because also what comes with antidepressants is low sex drive. You sometimes can't have orgasms. Stuff that
you like to do.
Y'all can go to hell with these pills. I'm about to stop taking them. You see what I'm saying? It's really a lot that comes with it that people don't discuss.
Yeah.
You have to outweigh, like you have to choose basically.
And then you don't want it to basically taking over you. You don't want it. So that's probably why you miss taking them. So it won't have that
full effect.
Especially when you're talking about little sex. Nobody.
You're not about to ruin that for me. I won't let you. So I will say that there has been times where I've missed it either accidentally or on purpose because it's like I don't want to feel like I can't feel anything.
Yeah. Yeah.
Because not being able to cry won't lie was the scariest shit in my life. I'm sitting here acknowledging that this is sad and I don't feel anything. So that made me feel like, okay, if my husband's coming to me with something and he's upset about something, Taylor can't even fucking
give a reaction or let what you may need.
Might feel genuine because I don't even feel anything.
Well, your baby feel away and you like.
I can't even give her that. You know what I'm saying? But I will say over time after taking it, it does change. But I'll say that first 2 months, I was like, I hate this. I hate it. But I will say today, I'm in a better headspace.
That's good.
Way better headspace. I feel better about life.
Okay.
I wake up and I don't feel like I don't want to be. I'm actually I go to work, I'm happy.
Yeah.
I feel good.
Okay.
I really do. So it's an adjustment. It was an adjustment, but it's better.
That's good.
It's better.
Now, with growing up with all this, having these different forms of emotions and couldn't express them and being able to be vulnerable, how has it been with you, with your daughter? What kind of relationship do you have with your kid?
Okay. So it's crazy.
Okay.
Because I told you that I can't even hug my mom without feeling like, ugh.
Yeah.
Because sometimes she'll just randomly be like, give me a hug. And I'm like, girl,
You know I don't fuck with you like
I
that.
can touch you. But with Brooklyn, it is like, girl, I can't help myself but love on her.
Mm-hmm.
And that is weird to me because it's like, that's not something I got often. But it's like, when I see her, I can't help it.
That's your baby.
I can't help it. But
That's breaking the cycle.
It's breaking the cycle, but not even purposely. It's like in my nature. It's like I can't help it when I see her. Like after a long day of work, and I look at her, I'm like, girl, I just love you. Give me a damn hug. Give me a kiss.
Yeah.
And she'd be like, move. No, give me a fucking kiss. Like I can't help myself. I can't help myself.
Yeah.
I just love
You're a
on
little
her.
person.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yes. I can't. I literally every time I look at her, I be like, you're so beautiful.
Yeah.
She's like, Mommy, you told me that. I'm gonna keep telling you.
Yeah. I
can't
want you
even
to
help
know.
it. I want you to know. I want you to feel the love that I have for you.
Mm-hmm.
I can't help myself.
That I didn't receive or I felt like I got.
that
You're
I
breaking the
lacked.
curse.
Yeah.
You're breaking the curse, and there's nothing wrong with that. And I want you to continue to push to do that simply because she needs that. And then I think another thing they didn't realize, it wasn't our fault that your mom and daddy did you a certain type of way, and I didn't ask to be here.
Yeah.
So goddamn it, hug me, kiss me, tell me you sorry. Let me know that I can come to you and feel these things. Because again, you pushed me through or pulled me out however I came here.
Right.
Now I'm your responsibility.
Yeah.
On top of, I ain't asked for this.
I didn't ask you to do this shit.
You chose it.
You chose this life.
So go ahead and give it to me.
Yeah.
And I feel like that's with the mindset with me with different things that I may felt like I missed or whatever. My little girl.
Mm-hmm.
On my nerves.
Did you hear it on the last one?
All the way live. Yeah. But that's my girl.
Period.
And I want to give her the best of everything that I can give her.
I feel it.
The best.
I feel it.
Even with the different stuff that may come about. I want you to know that you are loved regardless of the fact.
Anything.
She could be in her 20s, 30s. If I can still kiss you and hug you, you're going to get it.
Yeah.
Regardless.
Yeah.
Regardless. Because it's important and it's necessary. They need to know.
They do. They do.
And even with the cuz I said, she get them. She going to get a couple of cuz I said so's.
Right.
Flip side, I'll probably let you know to a certain extent with stuff. Because it's called redirection. Not that this a child and they just supposed to. No, we're not raising the same type of kids that we are.
Right.
That we were.
We're raising adults eventually.
They're different. And they're different. These new kids, it's new. It's not what we endured and then too with our kids from going through certain things like that, they taking themselves out left and right.
They are. It's scary.
And they're leaving here left and right, some kind of way. Younger at that.
They are.
I've heard and seen different articles and different news feeds about 9-year-old killed themselves because of low self-esteem or whatever. I'll be like, well, damn.
Right.
Because they're not built like we had to be built either. They're a little punkish.
Yeah.
You know, I got to be honest with that. I got to be honest. But if they know and they're constantly being reminded that you do exist, you can be vulnerable, I do love you, let me give you a hug or a kiss or word of encouragement, even with cussing you out.
It matters.
Major part.
It's major.
And I will say, like, since you said that with your daughter, I commend you for that.
Thank you.
But I will run it back. Take that time out for Taylor that Taylor needs. I don't give a damn who it is. If they making you feel a way or not showing you that they give a damn about what you're talking about,
Right.
redirect yourself while redirecting them.
Yeah.
As a friendly reminder of, you got me fucked up and I'm going to show you better than I can tell you.
Correct.
Take some of that off of your husband. And then not even bringing it to your daughter as she continues to grow, because when your children know that you sad or that you feel away, they feel it.
They feel it.
It's not even a question about it.
I know.
And children don't want they mama and daddy feeling away.
They don't.
They don't like it. What's wrong? Or who's bothering you? And then they have to get older. You want to go ahead and nip it in the bud because your daughter has to get older. And her grandma go to start doing that with you in front of her. That's going to be something totally different.
Correct.
Grandma, I love you, but
don't do that.
Don't do that to my mama. Mm-hmm. So I'm proud of you for, like I said, stepping out onto that or whatever. Just hold people accountable for how they treat you. Hold yourself accountable for how you allow them to. And we going to keep it moving. Yeah. So with that being said, man, thank you for coming on. Thank you for sharing your story. Someone needed to hear that. And just moving forward in life, you ever feel like you have to redirect yourself for somebody having you messed up, do it. I don't care if it's a parent, a sibling, a friend, a relative, anybody. Do it for yourself. Your sanity, your peace, and your happiness is important. Being self-aware of what's going on in your surroundings with your life is key to your happiness, to your growth, and to being more mature in life as you continue to maneuver with this one life that we have to live. Live it to the fullest. Thank you for tuning in to this episode of Queen's Opinion Podcast. We are on all platforms. If you would like to collab with me, you can reach me at queensopinionpodcast@gmail.com. And again, thanks for tuning in. Stay tuned. Peace.
Perfect. Perfect.